Hey kids, welcome to another How to Draw. I brought a few friends together with me today and we're going to draw Zippy from Moe and the Big Exit. So you guys ready to get drawn? Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Okay, we're going to first start off by drawing kind of a wave shape. You know how a wave goes up and then swooshes down. Okay, almost like a roller coaster. Now we're going to bring that little roller coaster, we're going to drop it right down right here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm lightly going to draw on a line on the bottom. Oh, it's almost like looking down at a piano. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle shape.
That's his tail.
This is going to actually be his head. And coming down from that circle shape will be kind of a square shape. And again, drawing real lightly, like I have before, just to make sure that if I make mistakes, I can hide it up with a black crayon a little later. Then what we're going to do is we're going to draw on 4 different feet. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to start just by drawing 4 squares. One here, and one here. Okay. That's our basic body shape, and then we also can't forget the tail. He's a buffalo, so he's got a tail. So that's kind of a bendy line with kind of almost a circle, kind of triangle shape. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on a little horn because he's a buffalo. Buffaloes have horns. Kind of like a bull has a horn, a buffalo's got a horn. And he's got an ear too. I'm going to draw a square shape right behind the ear. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is he's got a big mop of hair for his head. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw this line that kind of gives me a guide as to where his hair is. I'm going to do it there, and I'm going to do it here on his body. I'm going to make that bulge on top of his back a little bit more pronounced.
Because he's a buffalo.
Because he's a buffalo, that's right. Okay, then what I'm going to do next is draw an S shape that has some zigzags at the end. This is going to be where his goatee is. Now, Zippy's got this big circle around his eye that's basically just a different color fur. So I'm going to draw that in first, and then I'm going to draw another smaller circle in there for where his eye itself will be. Now I'm going to draw kind of a B shape because his nose has got a little bit of it's a different color skin where his mouth would be. And where his mouth is, just draw another kind of square shape. Imagine kind of a square shape, but it's basically going jim, jim, like that. Oh, and he's got a nostril too. So we're going to draw another little circle in there for where his nose is. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a block in the hairline. We do that mostly with some zigzags or some little U shapes. Do that, 1, 2, 3. I'll do the same thing up here at the top of his head. Bam, bam, bam. All right, we're going to do another one here and then another big one behind him. Okay, so that's the back part of his hair. Okay, so now we're going to do the clump of hair that's on his back here. Just draw some of these zigzag lines here. They're actually almost kind of like U shapes. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the feet. And on the feet, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a little curvy line from about the middle of the leg to the base of the foot. This is going to help set up what the feet look like. And at the base of the foot, make a triangle. Here, 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 and here. Those are going to act as his toes. And now this black crayon guy here is going to help me make sure that everything has a nice crisp line to it and we can see just what we intend to see. So all these rough sketchy lines, they don't really even matter anymore. They're more of a guide. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start over here. That's the basic shape. Now we're just going to block in the tail. All right, now what do we got to do? We got to color this guy. he's got kind of this brown skin, so we're just gonna find a brown that works. I am using raw sienna right now. You don't have to use it. You can use any color you want. You can make Zippy purple if you wanted to. What color is his body?
Brown. Brown.
It's a brown. That's right. So what we're going to do is take a brown and we're just going to...
Or red.
Yeah, that's a reddish brown. These guys here, they think it's red. Okay, so there's our brown for the body. Now he's got a little bit of a darker brown for his hair. Almost towards a gray, but in this case, we'll just make it like a dark brown. Same thing under his goatee there. Let's do that in his back hair too. Back hair, gross. Okay. Okay, and we're going to put a little bit of a dark coloring on his tail too. So let's go dark on that. Forgot to color his ear. Can't have a white ear. Let's go a little darker with that ear too. All right, now Zippy's actually got a little lighter color around his eye. So we're going to color that in. Okay, and he's got some gray legs. Okay, and his feet are kind of gray here, so.
Didn't you do with that?
These guys here want me to put some gray up here for him too, you know, just to show you that his horn isn't just a stark white thing. There's a little bit of a shadow on there, so we can get away with putting a little gray up there. And then last but not least, we got to color in his mouth here, and
His nose.
And that's right, we gotta put a little bit of black in his nose. And his eyes have a kind of greenish color. So this is pretty much Zippy, you know, we're just kind of the last second thing, just kind of put some nice dark lines in there just so it reads a little bit better with all that color. It got a little washed out. Leave that white spot in his eye for a pupil. And the last thing we do is we put a little bit of blue behind him just to pop him out a little.
Make it look nice.
Yeah, it makes it look nice. And every artist has got to sign his work, like always. My name's Joe. That's a J, by the way. Age 28. I'll be 29 in a few weeks. So thanks again for joining us, and we're going to keep at this, and and thanks also for sending your drawings in that you do over the course of in between every show. We get your drawings in, and they all look great. You guys are all doing a fantastic job. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.